Welcome back to Wadsham Park. Hope second half finds you suitably refreshed and plenty of refreshed legs out there as well. Tell you about all the team changes as we get going here. Joining us for the first time, welcome along to 90 Minutes Live in association with Universal Signs and East Hearts Radio. Peter Hill with you for our second live pre-season friendly action of this young season. Ware against Grays Athletic. Visitors having the better of the first half, going in 2-0 up at the break with goals from Tony Stokes and Darryl Russell. Paul Halsey has made 9 changes as far as Ware are concerned, so very much a different lineup to the second half for the home side. Couple of substitutions for the visitors, Grays as well, who've got themselves a throw in on the halfway line on that far side of the field. Ball headed forward for Harry Watkins, helped further forward as where it concerned. Gareth Madden will put it back to Dan Rumans. Is only one of 2 players that actually started the first half for Ware. Williams Dankworth's long ball, trying to search out Albert Adu, but it's into the arms of the goalkeeper, and Grays will bring it back with Lewis Clark. The Ware line-up then for the second half: Callum Kishka in goal, William Stankwer at left back, 2 central defenders, Dan Rumans and Gareth Madden, and Finlay Titchmarsh, the former Barnet youth player, slotting in at right back. On the left-hand side of midfield, Ala Ushti. On the right-hand side of midfield, Fraser John. And then the 2 central midfield players are Tom Bruno as our break here, because Stokes is trying the shot for Grays, but it goes fairly harmlessly behind. And Tom Bruno, Harry Watkins and Danny Wickenden in the central trio really of midfield, with Albert Adu up front wearing the number 9. Don't have to worry about substitutes for Ware, because I'm assuming that this is the team which will finish out this half, as William Dankwer brings in Tom Bruno. Dan Rumans forward for Harry Watkins. Rumans gets it back, giving the Grays line up when we get a break in play, as Titchmarsh on that far side did sign for Staines at the end of last season. The young Finlay Titchmarsh didn't play too many games for them, but Paul Halsey and Ware having a look at him. I mean, an option or right back. Right back is gap they've got to fill, of course, because Maxim Fraser, who was on loan to Royston, has now joined Braintree. George Casey wore number 2 in the first half. So Finlay Titchmarsh got a chance to impress in the second, as Fraser John comes forward on that far side of the field, turns it in, and here is Titchmarsh in the box. Decent cross, but in the end nobody can get on the end of it. Mitch Hahn will let it run out and go for a throw in to Grays. So their line in the second half: Danny Sandbridge in goal, Ryan Salmons, Lewis Clark, Roy, Pat Ahern, Tom Dewars, who's come on at half time, Darryl Russell, Mitch Hahn, Tony Stokes, a trialist. Well, you always get one, don't you, this time of the season. And second half substitute João Carlos in place of Luke Hurst, who started in the first half. So that's our 2 lineups. The ball thrown in on this near side of the field. Alarushdi will find Dan Rumans for Ware. Rumans forward for William Stankwer. The far side, Gareth Madden will pick it up. Bring in Finlay Titchmarsh. Gets it back again. Madden for Rumans, but a controlled possession for the home side is William Stankwer. Ball forward for Albert Adu, does well to control it. Bruno loses out to Mitch Hahn, who lets Clark come forward with it. Clark on that far side finds João Carlos. Carlos going down the wing. Titchmarsh sticks to his job well, but in the end it's at the expense of a throw-in to the visitors, which João Carlos will take. Ahern's come up, in fact, on that left-hand side, and looks like he will take the throw. Sometimes get a long one when a player runs that far to take a throw, but it doesn't look like he's going to take that option. Does put it in the box, leaving for Stokes, though, who just... Gareth Madden got on the wrong side of him for a moment, but in the end managed to get the ball clear. Carlos is on that left-hand side of the box, showing a bit of quick feet to take him round Wickenden. Titchmarsh, though, again gets a boot in, and Grays will get themselves a throw-in. Ahern, the number 5, once more advances down that left-hand touchline and will prepare to take the throw for the visitors. All in one. It's kind of, I don't know, I've told people in the first half I'm colourblind, which is pretty true. So it's if you're not colourblind, it's probably very, very fluorescent lime green, but for me it looks like very bright yellow. But whatever it is, you certainly don't miss them. As on the far side, they've got themselves a free kick. Joao Carlos, who's certainly been involved very early on. Substitute Mitch Hahn, who's involved in everything with dead ball written all over it. Former Enfield Down player will take the free kick from right over on that left-hand side. Got a one-man wall in the way, which is Wickenden. But Mitch Hahn puts it across the box, and in the end it flashed wide, and everybody was quite relieved to let it go. But Dewars was relatively close to it, didn't really attempt to go for the ball though, and so it went out for a goal kick to Ware. Story of the first half, really, 2 Mitch Hahn corners where Ware didn't pick up their attackers. Tony Stokes thumped the first one in, Darryl Russell headed the second one in, and wasn't a fly on the wall or a fly on the grass as it was, because his first half team talk at half time was given on the pitch, but you can only bet what Paul Aussie was talking about at half time. I think defending at corners would have been a prominent bullet point in the half time team talk. And while it's going to be a throw in, suddenly I think the lights are on. Seems very dark this side of the pitch all of a sudden, as Madden on that far side brings in Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh's long ball is a good one to search out Ala Rushdie on this near side. Ala brings it under control. He's got one defender in front of him. Ala's still with it. Turns it back for William Stankwell. Puts it across the box. Albert Adu's head up, but it lands on top of the goal net in the end. But decent ball from the young right back. Found Ala Rushdie in space. Ala, of course, such a versatile player. He's made over 200 appearances for the club, hasn't he? And performed well wherever he's been. And will once again be a prominent member, I'm sure, of the first team squad in the new season. As Bruno finds Titchmarsh on the far side. Another good ball from him to Wickenden. Albert Adu's got the overlap here, but could only pick out Darryl Russell in the end. And Gray should get it clear. Look for Mitch Hahn. Ball comes off for William Stankwell, and Grays will have themselves a throw-in. Be taken on this near side of the field by Ryan Salmons. They right back. Stankwell beaten in the air by Russell, but Madden gets it clear to Wickenden. His ball for Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh again, who's, his defending's been pretty solid, and his distribution's been very good so far, as Dan Rumens has it now. William Stankwell on this near side, midway inside his own half. Rumens picks it up again, gets it back off of Tom Bruno. Rumens forward for Harry Watkins, finds William Stankwell. Stankwell looking for Albert Adu, but sold him short. And Grays will, they won't clear their lines. They're making hard work of clearing their lines. They're finally going to do it through Clark. But Ware get it back. And Callum Kishka has it on the edge of his 18-yard area. Finds Dan Rumens. Rumens turns to this near side for William Stankwell. Stankwell forward for Harry Watkins. Watkins for Ala Rushdie. William Stankwell's got it back. Tom Bruno for Gareth Madden. Control possession, but Grays have got plenty of bright shirts behind the ball. Where in their chain strip of the faded white and blue front and white back and blue shorts, forward to Albert Adu. Adu does well, picks the ball up, looks to send Ala Rushdie going down the left hand side, but in the end it just ran out and over for a goal kick. to the visitors, Grays Athletic. Play their football in Isthmian League Division 1 North. Every bit as competitive there, of course, as Division 1 South Central, will Ware ply their trade. Already the likely candidates lining up in terms of promotion from that particular division. Hamwell Town, Bracknell, both to be respected, as are Westfield, of course. Long ball forward, Frumans gets in the way. Bruno will win it back on the halfway line. Forward for Harry Watkins. Harry Watkins finds Fraser John. John's got Titchmarsh really going on the outside and overlap. Doesn't do it, and in the end he puts his cross over everybody and out for a goal kick. So Grays, as I was saying, plenty of pre-season friendlies for their side. Lost first one of the season 3-0 at home to Hastings. Then a 1-1 draw against Burgess Hill Town. Pat O'Hearn scored the goal there for them. Burgess Hill Town, of course, be meeting Ware in the FA Trophy second qualifying round in October. Interesting trip to Sussex. And certainly there's not going to be much football played at Watson Park with the way the draws panned out earlier on today. Lots of trips to the seaside, though, as Dan Rumans picks it up for Ware. Long ball forward, looking to thread in Alarousti on this left-hand side as well, but once again it's overcooked, and Grays can get the ball back again with Tom Dewars. Dewars gets it back off the number 10 try list, and it's threaded out on this near side to the skipper Clark. Back to the goalkeeper and back out once again to Dewars on the far side. This time it's Gray's turn for a little bit of controlled possession, as Clark will have it on the left-hand side of his area. Turns it back inside the area to the goalkeeper Sandbridge. Long kick forward onto the head of Titchmarsh, who can't control it, and the ball will go out for a throw-in to Grace. Dewars again back for his goalkeeper. Clark has it on the edge of the 18-yard box. Turns it back inside that box for Sandbridge. Mitch Harn's come deep, pick up a little bit of possession, and Grays just pick up a bit of momentum, looking at going forward now. As Hahn has it again, chips it out on that left-hand side where they're trying to get bodies behind the ball. Mitch Hahn gets it back, still inside his own half, but looks to push one forward down the left-hand side. Titchmarsh is there and runs into Hahn on the halfway line, comes away with the ball, but referee will give Grays the free kick. Mitch Hahn with the, I don't know, are they red? Really kind of dark salmon? No idea, but they're very bright boots anyway. Plays it on this near side to a man with black boots. Now there's a rarity. Lewis Clark. Clark puts it out on this near side, and William Stanquillo gets a boot in. Alarousti is wrestling away with Darrell Russell, and in the end Ala wins the free kick for Ware. It should be taken on this near side of the field. About 13-14 minutes of the second half gone here. Just joined us, welcome along. 90 minutes live with me, Pete Hill, in association with Universal Signs and East Hearts Radio. And wherever you are, if you want to catch some non-league football on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, then be sure to join us on 90 Minutes Live, whoever you support. And we'll be glad of your company, and thanks for all the nice comments we're getting from the people at Grays who are listening tonight as well. Glad you're enjoying it, as Fraser John picks the ball up on that far side for Finley Titchmarsh for Tom Bruno. Bruno backwards to Dan Rumans. Rumans on this near side to William Stanqua. Here's Wickenden, shows a nice touch of turn of feet, and in the end he was pulled back, and Ware have got themselves a free kick. So Tom Bruno will be the man, you would imagine, who will take this. It's midway inside the Grains half, left-hand side of the field. Tom wears the number 12, of course, and had some memorable moments last season, including scoring from the halfway line, of course. I don't think any of us that were here that day will forget that one, as Free kick comes in with the right boot, but it's fairly easily cleared by Clark. Bruno will get it back though, chance to have another go. Drifts it across to the far post, heads go up. It's Grays who managed to get it clear, and Mitch Hahn will pull it down on that far side to Stokes, who'd gone wide. He thought Russell was going down the left-hand touchline, but in the end it all goes wrong, and Harry Watkins can pick the ball up fairly easily for Ware. Finds Williams Dankwa on this left-hand side. Allah Ujdi's got it. Lovely footwork by Allah. Takes him round Salmons. Pushes it back. Looks for Albert Adu, but again, all a little bit too clever. And back come Grays in the opposite direction. Stokes will find trialist number 10. Trialist number 10 still going, push the ball through, but in the end, nobody near it. And Callum Kishka will collect for Ware. Bunch of Grays substitutes getting changed, so I think we're about to see some more changes here as Tom Bruno pushes it forward for Albert Adu, who's been fairly isolated up front, playing on his own, as pushes it to Williams Dankwa on this near side. Williams delays the ball and pushes it back to Tom Bruno, forward for Albert Adu. Adu can't turn away from a defender, and the ball goes out for a throw in. Dankwa finds Dan Rumans on the halfway line. Rumans onto that favoured left boot, but delaying it, and brings in Tom Bruno. Bruno chipping it down the line, looking for Williams Dankwa. Clark had read that though and goes across and polices the ball out of play, harmlessly enough, for a throw in to the visitors. Visitors, of course, won 5-0 last time they were here. That was back in 2017. And 2010, you have to go back to Ware's last win against Grays on this ground. 163 in the house on that day. Ware won 3-0. Thanks, as always, to Steve King. Hope you're well, Steve, as I gleaned that off the website. If you want to know anything about Ware FC, just look on the website, and if it's not on the website, then Steve will know it anyway, as the ball bounces in the box for Danny Sandbridge, who will find Dewars, find Mitch Hahn, who's come quite deep in the second half, on the sort of a halfway line for Yao Carlos, who was pretty lively in a couple of minutes, opening minutes of this half. I haven't seen much of him since then. Russell goes down that left-hand side and forces Gareth Madden to give the throw-in away, and I think here come the changes. So you have to bear with me. 4 coming on, 4 going off. So we'll try and identify who's coming on for you as far as Grays are concerned. Once they obligingly turn around and show me their numbers, I can tell you that Sam Girling is one of them. Macaulay Joins is another one, and the other substitute wearing 16 is going to be Joe Paxman, and also another trialist wearing 17. So one trialist for another, because trialist 10 has just departed. He's coming off. Tony Stokes comes off as well. Mitch Hahn is coming off, and the final player to make way is Pat Ahern, who comes off as well for Grays. So they've used their entire bench, where have made 9 changes from the team that took to the field in the opening half. So we've had all our changes. That's always a huge sigh of relief for a commentator when that happens, especially in a pre-season game. I like these teams that play different teams in each half. Don't have much writing to do then. But Grays have got it on that far side. Early touch for Joe Paxman. The ball back inside the visitors' half with Tom Dewars, who was one of the other substitutes. He came on at half-time though. Dewars gets the ball back on that far side. Now picks up a bit of pace, comes forward, looks to chip it down the line for Paxman, but Finley Titchmarsh is in the way, but gives away the throw in. So nobody quite sure who's going to take the throw in on that far side, and as always does when you get wholesale changes, you don't get much momentum in the game, so it all gets a little bit higgledy-piggledy out there, but still going is Paxman on that far side. Pulls the ball back to João Carlos on the edge of the area, pushes it across the area, and in the end it's Williams Dankwa who manages to get it clear for Ware to Ala Ujdi. Ujdi is bundled into touch on this near side by Salmons, and the referee doesn't give anything, which a little bit surprising. But meanwhile, Grays are back in possession again, trying to thread the ball on this near side of the field, and once more it's a lively Joe Paxman who's involved, but Ware managed to win themselves a throw-in, which will be taken on this near side of the field. So we're just about approaching the halfway mark in the second half here at Watson Park. Ware 0, Grays 2. Tony Stokes and Darrell Russell, the two goal scorers. Stokes has since departed and substituted as Fraser John looks to send Finlay Titchmarsh going down that right hand side, but Watkins has it on the halfway line. He's now Tom Bruno. Bruno finds Dan Rumans, who comes forward. Rumans has got William Dankwa making the overlap on the left-hand side. Dankwa has to turn backwards, though. Find Ala Ujdi. Ala turns backwards and goes centre for Wickenden. Wickenden, far side for Finlay Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh back to Wickenden. Wickenden onto the halfway line for Gareth Madden. There's Harry Watkins. Wickenden again, who's been neat in his possession and his distribution so far, the substitute. As long ball forward, Russell's going to chase it. Rumans is going to get there first. He was in two minds as to whether to pass it back, but in the end he did. Long clearance by Callum Kitchker for Harry Watkins. Looks to set in Albert Adu, who would have been offside, and the ball goes harmlessly enough back to Sandbridge in the Grays' goal. Ball forward's a poor one, but Grays will get it back and try and thread it out onto this near side. Williams Dankwa's in the way though and comes back with for Ware onto the halfway line. Near side for Tom Bruno. Bruno inside for Wickenden, who once again shows quick feet in finding Harry Watkins. Been impressed with Danny Wickenden, what he's provided so far. As Titchmarsh on the overlap. Good cross coming all the way across, and in the end it's touched behind for the corner by Clark. So both those two names unfamiliar to us, Finlay Titchmarsh and Danny Wickenden, have put in some nice touches in this second half. As corner's going to be taken by Tom Bruno on that far side of the field. Dan Rumans, Gareth Madden have come up from the back. Fraser John provides a little bit of aerial power in there for the home side as well. Corner's going to be taken along the ground by Bruno to Albert Adu, and it's bouncing back. Header from Gareth Madden. Good save by the goalkeeper, who pushes it over for a corner. Good chance. And it was that corner again. It was the along the ground corner. Usually it's to Liam Hope. This time it was to Albert Adu. And Grays read it in the first half. They didn't read it in the second. And in the end it resulted in Gareth Madden's header being pushed over the top of the crossbar by the goalkeeper. So Tom Bruno will take the corner from this near side of the field this time. Bruno's corner this time to the far post, goes over everybody. Madden can connect. Fraser John will keep it in though. Chance to get it back across the box again. He does get it back across the box. It's bouncing inside that box. Dan Rumans with the shot, and what a goal. Well, Dan Rumans pulled the trigger with the left boot and there was no stopping that. Top left hand corner, and we're back in business. And I'll stand corrected. Steve King will tell me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that's Dan Rumans' first goal in a Ware shirt. Don't seem to remember him scoring before. And if I am wrong, Steve, apologies, but at least it's his first goal of this season. We do know that one. So it's Ware right back in it then. Ware 1 and Grays 2. Dan Rumans' blockbuster for the home side, reducing the deficit from 2-1. Clark forward once again to Paxman. Really has been a lively figure since he's come on. Joe Paxman, East Thurrock and Romford amongst sides that he's represented. João Carlos forward. Plays it forward once again to Sam Gerling. Gerling coming forward and took too long about the shot, and when the ball did broke, Carlos did try the shot but got it all wrong, and it went wide of the right hand post. Not all about performances, but it's so long ball forwards on that far side, but I'm sure Ballsy will be glad to get another goal. And as Tom Bruno, long ball on this near side to William Stanker, who was shouting away for it. Harry Watkins picks the ball up. Edge of the area is Albert Adu, who's got defenders snapping his ankles, does well to control the ball. Finds Tom Bruno for Finley Titchmarsh on that far side. Titchmarsh, another good ball to the edge of the area for Albert Adu. Adu trying the shot. I don't quite know what he wanted to achieve from there. Titchmarsh got it, gets it across the box. Is William Stanker, tries the shot, couldn't get enough behind it. Straight into the goalkeeper's chest. Much better from Ware, it's got to be said. Well, Paul Halsey has had a look at some players in the first half, and he'll have a look at a team that's performing better in the second, no doubt about that. They're still trailing though by 2-1. Here's Clark. Clark chips the ball forward. Rumans is there with Russell, who shrugs him aside. Pulls the ball inside to trialist number 17, but Rumans does well to read that one. And comes away with a goal. Good footwork by the central defender. Can't get it back from William Stankwell though. Clark will have it for Dewars. And he will find Gerling inside the centre circle. Ball threaded out onto this near side for Salmons. The right fullback. Salmons ball looking for Russell. But once again, Rumans had read that. And controls it first time, but then thumps it over the top of the stand here. And out for a throw-in to the visitors from Grays Athletic. So, 27 minutes of the second half gone here as Salmons comes forward for Russell. Russell looking to turn inside Gareth Madden. Madden did well, but in the end at the expense of a free kick, according to the referee. Didn't see too much contact there, really, but... referee gives a free kick. Dan Rumans has sat down. I mean, he's probably due a rest. He did play. Apart from Callum Kitchker, the goalkeeper, he's played the entire game as far as Ware are concerned. And Stifford Blue is saying Harry Watkins had a spell with Grays. So thank you for letting me know that one. And thanks for the comment. Thanks for listening. And... certainly he's performed well in a Ware shirt, although he was one of those players, he was kind of fringe of the first team. He's got some important goals last season, Dave. Free kick's going to be taken on this near side of the field and thumped just over the top by Macaulay Joint. And Callum Kitchker, experienced as he is, just stood there and watched that one go. I don't think he was in the least bit perturbed as... Finley Titchmarsh brings in Tom Bruno. Oh, Bruno's giving it away. Here's Gerling. Gerling's ball on this near side. The ball put back across the box and, thump wide by João Carlos. Should have done better. Well, it was all down to Tom Bruno giving the ball away, but Gray should have made more of that. And Carlos knows that as well. Holds his head. As Callum Kitchker would certainly have been in trouble there. But Ware get out of jail and still only trail by 1. Tony Stokes and Darrell Russell, the 2 goal scorers in the first half for the visitors. Dan Rumans with a real rocket, the goal scorer in the second for Ware. Dewars in possession. Back for the keeper. He bowls it out on this near side for Clark. Clark presses the ball forward. So again, Gray's taking their time getting out of their own half. Managed to weave their way out of trouble a little bit, and Carlos goes down under a thumping challenge from Titchmarsh on the halfway line. And that's going to be a free kick. Certainly much better from Ware, second half. We'll be hoping to have Paul Halsey's thoughts on the revamped 90 minutes, which we hope will be with you new time, 7:30 on Monday night. Me and my good buddy Simon Alamandi is sitting to my left-hand side, and we're lining Paul up as our first remote guest. It's social distancing and all that, having to do it all by Zoom. But we hope that the Ware boss will be able to join us for the revamped 90 minutes in association with East Arts Radio and Universal Signs. You'll be able to hear that exactly where you're hearing this on the 90 minute Spreaker app. It'll go out on Monday evening as Fraser John controls the ball for Ware midway inside his own half, looking for some options. Hasn't got much in front of him, so has to go backwards to Gareth Madden on this near side for Dan Rumans. Rumans all the way along the ground for Harry Watkins. Harry, though, is wrestled out of it by Girling. A bit unlucky there. Didn't really see a free kick in that, but Ware have got it. They'll take it. Tom Bruno will have it. Bruno to Dan Rumans. Rumans picking up a bit of pace on the left-hand side, finds Williams Dankwa. Dankwa's cross, Harry Watkins was coming in, goes over everybody, and Fraser John's got it, but his control is poor, and Grace can get it clear. Madden, far side for Finley Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh ball forward to Harry Watkins, finds Williams Dankwa. Albert Adu is absolutely grounded out by defenders. Where will get it back, though, with Wickenden. And Gareth Madden has it on the halfway line. Madden to Williams Dankwa, suddenly come into the centre of midfield. Wickenden does well to find Rumans, who brings in Ala Ushti. Ala Ushti still going to the edge of the area. Looks to get the 1-2 of Albert Adu. All a little bit intricate, but Williams Dankwa will get it back for Ware, or Willie. Bit of wrestling going on, and finally Grays will get it clear. Paxman will find Girling, who will find Dewars, and he'll put it out on that far side for Macaulay Joins. Ball back inside the area now, and Grays managed to establish just a little bit possession. About 12 or 13 minutes left here at Waddesdon Park. Ware 1, Grays 2. Played at a decent pace for a friendly. Long ball over the top there, looking for trialist 17. Williams Dankwa's there against him. Shows a tricky bit of footwork, but Williams does well to stick to it, and in the end the ball runs out for a goal kick. Referee wants a little bit of a word, having a little bit of a word with Arushti. So not quite sure what that's all about, but I haven't seen it, says the referee, so not quite sure what's happening. I think Allah and Salmons came together on the edge of the area. But Gareth Madden has it for Ware anyway. Titchmarsh gives it to him back. Harry Watkins offering his services, gets the ball midway inside his own half. Madden on that far side again for Watkins. Watkins for Dan Rumans. Rumans all the way over to this near side for Williams Dankwa. Has to hurry, he's got shirts all round him. And Watkins has to turn it all the way back to Callum Kishka. Kishka forward for Harry Watkins. Watkins looking for Dan Rumans on the left-hand side of the box. Rumans down the line for Albert Adu. Adu looking for Tom Bruno, can't find him, all breaks down for Ware. Gray's come back in the opposite direction, controlling the play well. Finds Paxman again. Paxman turns right, then goes left. Found Xiao Carlos. Paxman trying to go down the line, but in the end it bounces off of Fraser John. Tom Bruno, though, gives the ball away tamely to Dewars inside his own half. He'll find Joins. Get it back on that far side to Girling. Girling for Dewars. Girling didn't expect it back, but he's got enough time to recover. Collects the ball. Dewars, right foot downfield. Carlos can't control it. Goes out harmlessly enough for a throw-in to Ware. Got about 10 minutes to sort this one out if they want to keep an unbeaten record. It's got to be said only stretches one game in pre-season. This will be Gray's first victory of the pre-season, having lost home to Hastings and drawn 1-1 at Burgess Hill in their previous two friendlies. Bit to be said for that, a little bit different with the team having had two competitive friendly games. And Clark almost got his goalkeeper in trouble there. headed it back. Wasn't too much communication between central defender and goalkeeper had to go back and retrieve the ball before it turned into an unfortunate own goal for the skipper. Salmons chips it inside for Girling. It's delaying, but finds Dewars in the end. Dewars onto that far side of the field. Here's João Carlos, but again a loose one from him. Rumans picks it up for Ware. Forward for Albert Adu. Fraser John is screaming for it on the far side. Gets the ball. What's he going to do with it? Brings in Finley Titchmarsh. Titchmarsh goes in the wrong direction. Still manages to get a crossover. Bounces off a Gray's boot and goes out for a throw in to Ware. Parallel to the edge of the 18-yard area. Titchmarsh puts it into the box, but Clark has the easiest of jobs of clearing towards the halfway line, where it's met by Gareth Madden. Madden and Rumans finally sorted out. Rumans on that far side brings in Finley Titchmarsh again. Titchmarsh's cross isn't a bad one, but Albert Adu couldn't get on the ends of it, being absolutely wrestled by Salmons, and suddenly a little bit of handbags on the edge of the 6-yard box. Come on, guys. It's got friendly written on the front of this one, but certainly Salmons and Adu, none too friendly at all. I think Albert at a point he was being wrestled to the ground by a couple of defenders. Referee didn't seem interested, and when he got up, there were a few not too pleasantries were exchanged between the pair of them. And referee, I think he's going over to with his linesman, so this will be interesting. And, in case you are new to non-league football, which I'm sure you're not, we don't have VAR, so it's all going to be down to what they decide on that far side of the field. Referee has blown the whistle, and he's calling somebody towards him, and he's actually calling Ryan Salmons towards him. He's got Albert Adu there anyway, so I think this is just going to be a little ticking off for a pair of them. And referee, I think, is probably going to say what I said in commentary. It's a friendly, boys. Let's get to the end of it without any further issue. Paul Halsey is, meanwhile, having a little bit of a chat on this near side with Jordan Westergaard, who's got his shirt on from the first half. And, the referee's given here. I think he's going to give a corner. Is he going to give a drop ball? Not quite sure what he's going to do. Salmons has got the ball, and he's heading to the corner flag. So I think it's going to be restart with a throw in here for Grace. So quite sure. Got to say, anybody that's heard 90 minutes commentaries will know that I'm sometimes not complimentary towards referees, and I've got to say, not quite sure what was going on there with our referee, but there you go. Got to be kind. It's a friendly, as Dewars has the ball for a free kick to Grays Athletic. So a very untidy passage of play will result in the free kick to be taken on this left-hand side. 6 or 7 minutes left. Referee still not sure what he wants to do here, as Albert Adu standing in front of the goalkeeper. Referee's just come to issue a few orders to the goalkeeper. He's now pointed that the fact the goalkeeper took the ball out of the box, or he kept hold of it for too long. I have absolutely no idea what that was all about. But the net result is that Ware have got themselves a free kick on the edge of the D and the penalty area. Wow. I don't think Grays know what was going on there. And answers on a postcard, please. Because Simon along to my left has shrugged his shoulder and said, I haven't got the faintest either. So it's going to be taken right on the edge of the 18-yard box, which means that if Grays are going to have a wall, then, my maths isn't brilliant, but they're going to have to be 2 yards outside the 6-yard box, aren't they? Which the referee is now arranging things. They've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-man wall. Tom Bruno standing over it. Albert Adu's there. Harry Watkins is there. Ala Ushdi is there. One of them's going to have a go with it. It's indirect, say the Grays bench. which would pass. Why do you want a six-man wall? As it's touched the Bruno and it hits one of that wall in the form of Clark and bounces out to Fraser John on that far side. Meanwhile, Titchmarsh gets it across and the goalkeeper does well to gather it at the near post under pressure from Albert Adu. So, see some strange things pre-season, don't you? And that was another one. I'm sure that'll be a little bit of debate about what happened there, but in the end, question of sport, of course. What happened next? But Grays are going to clear anyway from the goal away to our left-hand side. They lead by 2-1, and we're into the last 5 minutes at Watson Park. First pre-season friendly action here at Watson. There's going to be more action on Saturday. I'll be back on Saturday for a 3-team tournament. That's going to be interesting. Not quite sure what format it's going to take, but Chesham United and Royston Town will be here, along with the hometown team Ware. So plenty of football in evidence. So need to get the voice rested in time for that, as Fraser John challenges João Carlos on that far side, but Grays in the end thump it forward, and Callum Kitchford comes right to the edge of his area and bowls it out on this near side immediately to Dan Rumans. Rumans looks up with the left boot, looks to pick out Fraser John, and does, and his control as well. Least said about that, the better. It bounced all the way to the goalkeeper inside the 18-yard box. But, he'll bowl it out to Clark on this near side. Clark, long ball forward. Dan Rumans is under it. Beats Russell to it, but at the expense of a throw-in. Ryan Salmons will take the throw-in for the visitors from Grays, who are closing in of their first win of pre-season, as Girling chips the ball to Salmons and sells Clark a bit short. Albert Adu went for the ball, and in the end Clark got in the way, and I don't know what's going on with it. Albert Adu and Clark this time. So quite know what they've been putting in Albert's tea, but he does seem a little bit feisty this evening, let's put it that way. And referee pulling the pair of them forward. Clark as well. It's got a little bit tetchy in the last 10 minutes or so. The referee's had to have a few words, and this time it's Albert Adu and the number 3 and the skipper Lewis Clark who are getting the words from the referee. I actually saw a yellow card produced on Saturday, so this referee is not deciding to use a card in the friendly game, which I think you can applaud him for. I don't really see the point, unless it is something really awful, to have a yellow card in the friendly. But Salmons will take the free kick for Grays, just about a yard shy of the halfway line, right in front of us here, as Salmons' free kick all the way along the line is going to bounce harmlessly enough out for a goal kick to Ware. Meanwhile, Clark and Albert Adu, you're supposed to be social distancing, guys. No time for that hugging in COVID-19 world, but I think they've metaphorically kissed and made up, as Kishka brings in Gareth Madden on that far side. Tom Bruno's come deep to the edge of his own area, as has to turn to his left and bring in Dan Rumans. Rumans tries to find William Stanqua, goes all the way out of play through the gate and along the side here in front of us. It's going to be a throw-in which Salmons will take for Grays, as we got a couple of minutes left here at Watson Park. First action for us here. Be back again, as I said, on Saturday. It's action for another one of our Step Forward teams on Friday night. Hertford Town are at home to Enfield Town, as Gareth Madden gives a free kick away right on the edge of the box, right hand side. This is it's a little bit to the right from where Ware had their one, which Tom Bruno thumped at Clark. So Grays will take this one right on the edge of the box. Where I've got a wall in the way. This one will be a direct free kick, and looks like it's going to be Paxman. In fact, it's going to be Macaulay Joins, I think, who is going to try and take this one. And the Ware wall is, well, if I was being kind, it would be 3 yards away, but still got way to go back. 4 men in it: Praser John, Harry Watkins, Danny Wickenden and Ala Ujdi. Callum Kitchker, so try and get his angles right. Joins is going to take the free kick for Grays and puts it wide of the target. Kitchker, I think, had it covered, diving away to his left-hand side. Goalkeeper will, thought about a short restart, but he's going to go for the longer version. Kicks it downfield and nobody there to challenge Stewards, who had a complete free header. Comes off Gareth Madden's head, back forward by Dan Rumans, and that's going to be the final action of the evening here at Wadsham Park, where it's ended Ware 1, Grays Athletic 2, and Ware's record of not having beaten Grays Athletic for a decade goes on. Both Grays goals came in the first half, both courtesy of Mitch Hahn corners. First one when the defence didn't pick up Tony Stokes, who thumped it home, and the second one when it didn't pick up Darryl Russell, whose header beat Callum Kitchker. Ware had chances in the first half. Perhaps the most prominent was Liam Hope's shot, which looked to catch the arm of Lewis Clark, but the referee wasn't interested in pointing to the spot. Wholesale changes in the second half, as you'd expect. Ware made 9, but it was one of them who played all the game, who brought them back into it, and Dan Rumans, with a real blockbuster of a left footer, went into the top left hand corner, but wasn't to be for the home side. Not all about results, of course, it's all about performance, it's all about fitness levels. We'll be back on Saturday here for the 3-team tournament with Cheshire United and Royston Town. Not too sure of the start time, so watch out on the 90 Minutes EHR website and on Twitter for all details of that. But for this evening anyway, thanks a lot for your company, thanks a lot for the comments from Grays. Wish you Grays fans all the best for the coming season, and thanks to the Ware fans that have tuned in as well, and I'll be speaking to you again on Saturday afternoon. Till then, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll leave you the full-time score here on 90 Minutes Live as Ware 1, Grays Athletic 2.